All right.
Hello.
Play
Why
with
am
matches.
I like not even all the way in the screen?
I don't know. Why don't you make your chair where it should? I mean, like, are you capable of moving yourself into the shot?
We're hitting wheel to wheel, and I can't get closer.
That's not all we're about to be hitting with that shirt, Bi.
Wow.
Oh yeah. By the way, guys, Gabrielle, as we're getting ready, she's all, God, my boobs are just living their best life right now. I'm like, you trying to smash or what?
They are. This shirt just really working for me.
Yeah, you trying to smash? She's like, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to stay up super late. And I'm like, okay, so why are we talking about your boobs then? And then she's all, oh my God, I'm sweaty. And I'm like, we're talking about you being sweaty in your boobs and you're trying not to smash. Like, you're trying to, she's all, I thought that would be gross. I'm like, shut up, Gabrielle.
I did.
What do you think I think about when you talk about it could, like, when are you usually sweaty around me? What an idiot.
I don't usually sweat, but like my body temperature's all messed up right now.
That's all my sweat all the time?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is.
Okay, so anyway, by the way, any of you guys, anybody have a wife or you are a wife that is constantly singing the...
Choosing Texas.
She's from Texas, whatever.
It's called Choosing Texas.
Oh, Choosing Texas, sorry.
Choosing Texas. There's no G at the end.
And it's about...
he's Texas, I can tell.
I don't listen to country at all, but I can't get that song out of my head because Gabrielle sings it
all the time, all day.
Question though, real quick. All right. What guy would be in the song and be banging someone that's not this? The song is
a girl from Texas.
The song is about this guy's like, she's like, God, I just wanted this guy, and it looks like he's going home with the girl from Texas. Like, that guy's a retard.
I know. She's so great.
That's a dumb.
That song has been number one for like ever.
He's a
so good
dimwit. Okay.
And he doesn't even like country music, but
I don't.
It's so good.
But she's looking cool.
She's beautiful.
Okay, so what are we talking about? Okay, I've got, in case you guys have been missing the world, right? This whole thing with, Alex Pretti, who is the most recent victim of an ICE shooting. Very, very tragic when people get shot by federal agents, no matter whose side you're on, because if you believe in what the feds are doing, then it, really mucks up their efforts. And if you are on the left, then, listen, like, it's sad to see someone who agrees with you, die. But it's also tragic for people who have brain cells to watch how both sides argue the whole thing. Oh my God, my hand looks so small right there. That was like the way that just moved, like that looked like a baby hand. I was like, why does my hand look so small right there?
Does it? I don't.
Okay,
I'm not seeing what you're seeing.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's true. It looks a lot bigger than yours. That just looks so weird in comparison to my body. It was like my little baby hand.
Okay.
Anyway. But
Lord help us.
It's like,
stop spinning my chair.
You want to sit next to me? I spin. They're like, it's just these one-dimensional conversations that are just so fucking boring. Mm-hmm. Like I'm listening to Tim Pool, and he's like, "Listen, nothing wrong with the shoot." And you're all, I mean, I don't disagree that like the guy put himself, but like the only way you can evaluate shootings is by very specific guidelines. Okay. Mm-hmm. Do I care that this guy got shot? I don't give a fuck at all. Okay. I don't care. Like, I'm not going to pretend I care. I don't hate the guy or anything. I just don't care. Mm-hmm. If you're chasing tornadoes, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, what do you do for a living? It's like, I chase tornadoes. And it's like, and then a year later, it's like, guy got swept up in a tornado and he died. It's like, well, he's a fucking tornado chaser. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? This guy
was an ICE antagonist.
He was an ICE antagonist, and ultimately ICE shot him. And the whole thing is like, let me ask you a question, Alex Pretti, and everyone who I'm hypothetically talking to. Why is it so important that we fight ICE? And it's like, because they're barbarians that are taking people's rights and violently treating them. They're beating people up. They are kidnapping children. And you're like, but you feel comfortable kicking them. And, and by the way, if you haven't seen the new video yet, like, this is where we're going, is to the new video that came out now that has changed every person's opinion who has a brain.
I haven't seen it. Exactly
what I'm going to show you. So it's like, okay, as a matter of fact, let's just do that, because the original video obviously looks real bad. Like I still stand by bad shoot by ICE in the when they shot him. You can't shoot a person in that situation. Not he bears an enormous amount of responsibility But in terms of like just looking at each individual situation, it's like if a person is carrying a firearm, like I can't support them shooting him because I carry a firearm everywhere that I go.
You're also not going to protest, but okay.
100% agree. Like you're right. But I'm talking about legality. Mm-hmm. Okay. If I have a gun on my belt and it turns out, because you got to consider, like, if you go into these things with a preconceived notion that the cops are the good guys and the protesters are the bad guys, right? Which in some cases that absolutely is the case. Mm-hmm. I'm trying not to weigh in on this one so we can stay whatever. But like what that would mean is that you evaluate these things through that paradigm. And let me tell you, as a person who almost got fucking murdered by a police officer in the middle of the desert in Nevada, okay? Like I know there are people who wear law enforcement, like uniforms. Remember I told you with my dad in the car and we were driving on that foggy road when we were going into Utah and I literally I just didn't, I was going 20 miles an hour. There just, you couldn't see anything. Yeah. And then so, I came up, I'm like, whoa, he was parked in the middle of the road and I couldn't see him, and then so I kind of swerved around. It was clearly not on purpose. And he zipped up next to us and made me roll down the window. And he wanted to kill me. Like he was screaming, like, believe me, I am not a person who misreads violent intent. This guy was looking for me to say something back so he could run me off the road. He would have fucking killed me, like for real. He was looking for a reason to either beat the fucking shit out of us or shoot me. And I, being a person who was very familiar with that feeling, I was like, I'm sorry, it was a misunderstanding. Like, dude, then I spent the next 2 hours after I, I know how to feed a person like that where I'm like, I can instantly clock this. He's law enforcement. I can't win this. Like I lose no matter what. So I just, look like I'm completely
sorry, sir. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. I'm very sorry. I didn't see. I'm sorry. I apologize. And he is trying to get me to escalate. So I know the goal is to, I'm sorry. And then my poor fucking dad had to listen to me for the next 3 hours, talk about how I'd fucking beat that guy to death and then kick his teeth out of his fucking head. Yeah. Because I just lost my mind. Like I've never, this is one of those things that's self-control is very important to your, freedom and well-being. Because in that situation, I'm not going to win. Like there's nothing. The only way you win is to de-escalate. Point being is I know that cops are bad actors sometimes, right? So you can't say like, okay, I'm cool that if I was carrying a firearm and he literally throws me on the ground, sees my gun, he gets to fucking shoot me if I didn't even go for it just because I'm carrying. Like you can't defend that stuff,
Yeah. Whatever her name is, some chick like the press secretary, maybe whatever, blonde girl. Mm-hmm. She made a pretty fair point. Did you see her addressing the reporters or whatever about it?
No, because I just assumed that the reporters are all assholes.
Yeah, well, she was saying, obviously Trump supports like 2A and the right to carry and blah, blah, all that. But there's a distinction between like just carrying a normal life and bringing a weapon to a protest.
No, there's not.
I mean, that was her distinction.
It's wrong.
Which
She's wrong.
Don't disagree.
With her?
Yeah.
Okay. You're talking about logic versus the law. Like this is what I'm saying. This is not how you govern society.
But they're saying like the logic that they used was the protest was specifically to counter law enforcement. Mm-hmm. Like, so they're going to basically fight law enforcement. So they brought a weapon to.
They're going to protest.
Fight, like counter them. But they brought
which is legal.
A weapon.
Which is legal. Like you can't, this is what I'm saying. This is exactly what my point is. You can't ever give an inch on 2A, ever. Okay. It's like, okay, there's a difference between a right and a privilege. Privilege can be taken away. 2A is a right. Like you can't give even an inch on that. The reason that 2A is so important, the reason why this specifically is so important is because like when people say that like that the Second Amendment is here specifically to counter government overreach, right? It's hilarious that like some people are so simple-minded that they go, are you kidding me? The American military will just crush them. And it's like, that's not the kind of government we're talking about. We're talking about the kind of government that will show up at your house and go inject this in your kid. And you're like, nope.
Yeah.
How about no? Like that's what we're talking about. A world where the U.S. military is going to attack its own people, it's all over anyway. Like, it's all over. This is what this is about. And the ability to be armed when you go out in public is critical. I'm not saying that you go, if you bring a gun and your intention is to shoot someone at the protest, that's completely different. But just carrying it, especially if you're licensed, is fine. Like, that's, you know, that's just what it is. If they wanted him not to be able to carry, they should have fucking charged him with a felony in this first one. And then he's a fucking violent felon. And then boom, done. You can't carry anymore because you're a violent felon. But if you haven't committed a violent fare, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so, like, and Trump has been saying this also, and he's not thinking about it. Like, anyone who is a real, like, genuine 2A person is going, what are you talking about, Trump? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? No, that's wrong. You absolutely can carry. And if a person like this is carrying and they even fucking, you know, slightly go here, you fucking light them up, dude. You know, and that's why in the case of the shooting that actually happened, after you see the new video, it's kind of like, I mean, look, it's still a bad shoot, but guess what, motherfucker? If you behave like this, then you are putting yourself in about 950,000 times more likelihood of getting shot by a federal agent, which is probably your fucking dream come true, you know? Oh, die for a cause. So anyway, so check this out. So this is brand new. And look at how fucking weird this is, dude. This video drops 13 days ago, okay? It's on this random channel called RT, okay? You know what RT, like, you know what RT is?
No.
Like the RT, like the network?
No.
It's Russian television. It's fucking Russian propaganda, okay?
Okay.
It is the only video ever on this on this channel ever. Weird. And it's uploaded 13 days ago. Mm-hmm. And then however long, you know, later, like a fucking week later, the guy who's featured in this thing gets smoked and it ends up being the biggest story in the world.
Weird.
And this...
Oh, so this is not a video that it happens in? This is just earlier that day?
No. This is the... Oh, I'm sorry. I am such an idiot. Okay. We just found out that 11 days prior to the one where he gets shot, there was a previous incident between this guy and the ICE agents, and he got a broken rib. Mm-hmm. And then it turned out there was a video of that incident. Okay. And so it's like, okay, well, let's see what kind of guy this was, which is exactly what we're going to do right now. Watch this shit. It's in about 15, 20 seconds.
This is crazy.
And, well, you'll see him. There he is. He's coming up right here. Right there. See him? Mm-hmm. Broke the light. Broke the tail light.
This is where he gets the broken rib.
Yep.
Rightfully earned.
Mm-hmm. So when you see that, it's like, oh no, the guy who was peacefully protesting got shot. Shut the fuck up, okay? Yeah. Shut the fuck up. If you see that video right there and you still want to act all indignant, oh my God, it doesn't matter. I know it doesn't matter legally, but shut the fuck up.
Was it the same guys?
Who knows? Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. I mean, because like the video that gets caught where he gets shot, they are clearly super agitated. Like, and they're telling him, get off the road, get off the road, get off the road. So then when that woman didn't, and they went and threw that woman, he went over there to go check on her, and then they sprayed him. And then you're in a fight. And in that exchange, he didn't really have a chance to fight back. Dude, you get sprayed, dude. You're not
you're
trying
down.
to fight. Like you are going to be going like this, which is going to appear like you're fighting. That's why I had his, like, not have his back, but like, it's like, I can't defend them shooting him in that situation. But when you see that clip, it's like, are you guys seriously acting like this guy's just some fucking victim of federal overreach? They're calling it an execution. Shut the fuck up. Okay. Like, if I ever go up and scream at
anyone who is law enforcement,
and most of all,
don't do that.
Most of all, this is the thing that I keep on coming back to in this conversation is like, do you want to know what differentiates law enforcement from everyone else that you know for sure? There's one thing that you know for sure is different than with that person versus anyone else.
They're armed. Loaded
fucking guns. Yeah. Okay? Cocked and locked, dude. And what person would go, like what person, let's say the only thing that you know about this fucking truck full of cowboys right here is that someone else spoke to them and you know that they've got a loaded AR-15, a shotgun in the back. Each of them has a loaded firearm. Are you going to go up and kick their fucking taillight out? No, you're not. And so all these people that act like this are bitches, okay? Because what you're actually doing is you are taking advantage of the freedom and safety that they provide, okay? You can't, like, you
Agreed.
Still can chastise law enforcement if they do something wrong, like shoot this guy. Absolutely, because you have to be consistent when it comes to legal application. But what that guy is a fucking oblivious little bitch who's not really, like, if you want to go and protest what ICE is doing and you want to do it calmly, that's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
protest all you want.
Peaceful protest is allowed.
Don't do
You can't vandalize property.
You can't go kick out the taillight of a car full of armed officers and then act like you're some kind of tough guy, because you would never do that if you didn't know for sure that they're not going to shoot you, because you're protected by the law that makes them not able to shoot you, and you know that they'll follow it because the people who apply enforcement of the laws are so good and trustworthy in this country. It invalidates your entire worldview, you stupid fuck. Okay? So, like, that's the answer.
Yeah.
The entire reason you thought it's okay to go kick out their fucking taillight shows that you and your entire movement are a fucking fraud. And you still can't shoot and kill the guy. Bad shoot? Fuck him. Who cares? I mean, some people can care. I don't fucking care. Now, Harvey Levin had some stuff to talk about here, because Harvey Levin went hard in the paint about how it was a bad shoot, and then he just
shocker.
No. He's not. No. He plays it both ways.
Okay.
Now he just saw that video, and let's hear what he says.
The new video that came out with Alex Pretti getting aggressive with officers is relevant to what happened 11 days later. It may be critical, but not for the reasons you think. This was a bad look for Alex Pretti. He was spitting, kicking the taillight of a federal vehicle.
No.
If everybody did what Alex Pretti did that day, 11 days before the fatal encounter, that would have been a riot. That would have been a riot. Pretti crossed the line. And I think officers used appropriate force 11 days before this fatal encounter with Pretti. He's lucky he didn't get arrested for various charges.
They fucked up by not arresting him.
Agreed. Yeah.
They fucked up by not arresting him. Or breaking his fucking face. So at least he knows there's going to be some pain behind behaving like that, dude.
I mean, a broken rib's pretty painful, but
I don't even know if that's even true. I didn't see anywhere where his rib would have been broken right there, but it's neither here nor there.
Now, let's talk. He had a gun in that encounter 11 days before. This blows up the Trump administration's theory that
Correct.
11 days later, he was there to massacre officers. He was there to do maximum damage. He seemed to always carry a gun.
He was, because in the video, that's hilarious, in the live stream I was doing yesterday about it, I literally, so that I paused it right where they just paused it, and I said exactly this. I was like, and look at what happens. Not carrying a gun that time, comes out totally fucking fine. Golden, in fact. Carries next time. Okay, it doesn't change the legality of it, but you are choosing to take risks when you make decisions. Now you're carrying and you end up getting shot. Pressed play. I literally went on there for fucking 5 minutes and then press play and the next sentence and they're like, and you could see right here, he is actually carrying the firearm right here and you can see it in the video. And I fucking died laughing. Like I legitimately died. And I was like, I hope every single person clips all of this to make me look like the dumbest motherfucker on earth, dude. It was fucking priceless, dude.
Because the day he was hot as fish grease, he didn't pull that gun. He did not in any way reach for that gun. The gun was there legally, and he didn't use it. And I think that makes the case that he wasn't planning on using it the day he was killed. And
Agreed.
I think it blows up the administration's theory. So why is the video relevant? I had a hard time figuring out why these officers in the fatal encounter were so aggressive toward Pretti. You know, we talked about this earlier. He was clearly an annoyance to them. He was standing in the
Probably not. So let's just make ourselves like
street.
Gabrielle,
he was videotaping. He was told to go back on the sidewalk. He went back on the street. And I get that they'd be annoyed. But the officers had their eyes on these.
Yeah, this is correct. I don't know what to do other than just to like.
Two women who were blowing whistles and pushed them to the ground. The officers were angry at them. As soon as Pretti came over, these officers ignored the women and they went all onto Pretti. And even though it seemed to me, well, maybe they just were annoyed by his presence, it felt like it was a bigger reaction than that.
And actually, this is really important, something that I just realized. So remember when you were like, are these the same cops?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? People, if you're running if you're running operations in an area all the time, you have a base like anywhere else,
Sure.
a place that you go back to.
And he's probably like a photo and a name or whatever.
Probably, but I mean, they definitely had his information. But what I'm saying is like the likelihood that when he's on site there, someone who was in that car or was at the scene goes, that's the guy that kicked out the taillight. Yeah. And so they all know. Like, they're like, this guy's a fucking problem. And they are expecting to have to be on him because he behaved that way. They're like, that guy went crazy. He kicked out the light. They have their badge cams. I'm sure they all watched it. So they saw how he behaved last time, and they're just waiting for him. And that's why they whipped his ass, too. It's because they're waiting for him to do it again because they, like, started hitting him with the fucking the pepper spray can, which I don't care about either. But like actually, I take that back. I did care actually the first time that I saw it when I had no context. I was like, that's bullshit. Why are they fucking him up that bad? But like now it's like, in order to act indignant about their behavior, aside from the fact that you have to expect them to be able to make the like perfect decisions when it comes to meeting out deadly force. But like in terms of me looking and going, oh, like they seem to be whipping his ass. It's like you have to basically ignore every bit of human nature, especially people who choose to go into law enforcement. Like I was talking about that in the first video that I did. It's like, who do you think puts a uniform like that on? Like guys who are very comfortable with like confrontation, you know? And so like, you know, I can relate very much so that like, believe me, I would have been itching. Oh my God. After I saw that video, oh my God, I would have been like, please fucking God, let this guy touch somebody or fucking, hey, kick the car again, dude. Kick the fucking car again. I'll fucking smash your face in. Now, to be clear, that is not a good thing for being a law enforcement officer at all.
No.
When I talked to Nate about it, like Nate's Green Beret, like 1 million deployments. He's and that's why he's so hard on these fucking guys, because to him, the strength is not allowing anyone to rattle you ever. Like they could scream in your face like this and you should just be able to just sit there and like, you can't get under my skin because you're such a weak, ineffectual person. You can't, you know, like exactly the way that I talk about how to interact with people emotionally, how I fuck with people emotionally, exactly the same in physical. And I'm not good at that. Like I've never been good at that. I am a red-haired fucking spaz. It's like, I'm the nicest fucking person ever. But if someone's like, "Hey pal, fuck you," like I will literally. It's like I'm here all the time, and I will immediately go to a 10. Mm-hmm. What? Yeah, Gabrielle's seen it plenty of times. Not a strength, accurate. Not a flex. It's just what it is, you know. But again, like the guy. I mean, it's just, there is a reasonable amount of information we don't have, like how were they affecting the arrest that guy, because apparently, okay, the full story of how that guy got involved was that apparently he saw them like arresting someone, and in the written part before there was a video, it said that he jumped out of his car and started blowing his whistle, and because they all have whistles or whatever.
Yeah, they're so annoying.
I laughed so hard thinking about that, like just because it's like he pulls over his car, he's like, it's the most bitch ass shit ever, dude. It's like it's so funny, dude, when you really think about it. Pulls it over.
So like think about the tactics that they're using. Like the car horns, the whistles, like just the constant noise. I mean, it's like psychological torture. That is, you know, like they're literally creating behaviors and doing behaviors that are designed to enrage and like make people nuts. Correct. So like the fact that ICE responds that way, it's like you're fucking asking for it.
We have not talked about this. This is just what,
you've said.
This is just, yeah, of course. And that's just common fucking sense. And the other thing is like, they all fall into the exact same category of what I'm talking about. Okay. Like, so they are super organized, and they're going there and they're screaming in their faces and they're blowing their whistles and they're going to their hotels and they're using their blowhorns in their face, all of that. They are so fucking oblivious to the fact that it's like, you are allowed to do this solely because of how incredible the collective enforcement of law in the United States actually is. Mm-hmm. You are allowed to do that because we mandate that they do. Like as a society, we force them. You have to follow those rules, and they do. That's what, and the fact that they do shows tremendous restraint, which says a lot about us as a society, where we won't accept it if they don't. Yeah.
I mean, think about the difference. Imagine you just as a normal human being, you're staying in a hotel room, and someone's going by honking horns, has a blowhorn and a whistle. You're gonna fuck them up,
dude. They come by and like their intention, like I'll give you
our neighbors from Utah,
dude. Listen, like if it's like, hey, what do you do in real life? It's like, exactly. Like why don't we just give them my biography, dude? And it's like they didn't even do it on purpose. Like we were staying in an apartment complex in Utah for about 3 months, right? And it was when
he was getting a job out there.
I was working there, but it was like, but we hadn't moved there yet. So we're living in this apartment. Full disclosure, Gabrielle and I do not do great living in apartments when someone lives directly above us. Like we
don't have a good track.
We have a 100% record of problems. Yeah. Like because like it's so disruptive. Like not both of us. Like Gabrielle's super sensitive when she sleeps, and I am incredibly noise sensitive. Like it's like when we lived next to the road in San Diego one year, where like just for like
and we had
1
no
year,
AC, and we had to have our windows open,
and it was right on a main road, and people would drive their Harleys by, and like and we were right underneath the flight path. I seriously was going insane all day, every day that I was at home.
It's true.
But so we're staying.
I actually found a portable AC unit just so I could close the windows.
No, you couldn't close it with that. Remember?
No. I found a way to rig it, but you couldn't close it all the way. Yeah. But the AC was loud enough that it was like white noise, so it drowned out a lot of it. It was
not white noise to me, because what that noise does is disrupts my viewing experience if I'm trying to watch television or my computer, and I can't think.
Before the days of like AirPods.
Yeah. But so anyway, so we're in Utah, and this family that was above us,
I don't know what they were doing.
They were so crazy and loud all the fucking time, and at night too. And we had a brand new. How old was Genevieve? Was less than 1. Like she was like a baby. Yeah. Right.
I wasn't even pregnant with Georgia yet.
And so it's like
because she started walking there, so she was 8 months, 7 months.
October 2016. Yeah, she's like 10, 11 months old.
No, she started walking there, so we were definitely there when she turned 9 months.
Okay, so yeah, so we're there. Yeah, so we're there then, and in case you guys are not, parents, or you don't remember getting your kids to sleep, big fucking deal, dude.
Yeah.
These people, it's like they activated at 9 p.m. Like, and then they would just start, and like they had kids and they'd be jumping off of the beds, like stuff that was just like we're not being unreasonable here to go up there and be like, look, you guys live your life, but like the circus, like please
calm it down.
Please,
at a reasonable
please.
hour.
Like, because what they would do, I mean, I'm not exaggerating. They would be on the beds and they would jump off the beds onto the ground at 9 o'clock at night. And it would sound like someone just took a fucking a dumbbell or thunder, and they would do it. I went up and asked them to please be quiet a minimum of like 6 separate like nights, like 6 fucking times. And I literally, every time I was super nice. And I kept telling Gabrielle, I'm like, this is gonna, if they don't shut the fuck up this time,
I'm gonna snap.
I'm going to fucking snap. And then finally they just got me on the fucking wrong night, dude. And like we had talked to them earlier that day, like probably 7, and it's 9 or 10 or whatever.
It was later. It was like 11.
This kid or whoever jumped off of the fucking bed and boom, and I just flung up out of bed, and Gabrielle's all, Jesse. I just remember hearing her say Jesse, because it's like she knew. She's like, oh fuck. I went up to their door, and if you guys have never seen any of the videos of me doing that like punching bag game, like, listen, I'm not like the best fighter in the world, but I can generate fucking thermonuclear power with my right hand. I took an open hand, and as absolute every fucking thing I had, open-handed, slapped their door.
Like with the palm.
With the palm. Yeah, it was so...
I heard it.
It was so... Gabrielle like thought I... like remember...
I don't know what I thought.
You were like, what did you just do? You're like, the entire fucking building shook when you did that. So...
like multiple neighbors came out.
Everyone came out.
Like 2 separate floors of people were peeking their heads out the door. Like, what's
They
happening?
came out, and then they're like, what? I mean,
and then it turned into a community bitch fest about those neighbors. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, they're so loud. They're the worst. So everyone was on our side. But
I smashed this fucking door.
Yeah.
Everything really I had with my hand like this to make it as loud as possible. And they call the cops. They're like, they call the cops, and I'm like, oh, you sure you want to fucking do this? And so they're, the cops come. We're in Utah. We're like white family. They're Latino, which of course doesn't actually matter, except with maybe the white cops who showed up, to where they're trying, like when these two sides are trying to like explain their story, they've got like 8 fucking people up there. And we are here trying to have like a baby who's, a sleeping baby. And as we're fucking explaining ourselves to them, all these neighbors start coming out. They are so loud. They are so loud. It's their fault. And in reality, like,
kind of amazing.
But what had actually happened was like their family was just playing in their apartment, and I literally tried to break their fucking door down with my hand. Like if anybody did something that like escalated, it was definitely me. But the way that it played out was the fucking cops were like, you guys need to keep it more quiet to them. And they just like, they flipped out, dude. It was like, but
that's what happens when your peace is disrupted.
And they're doing that to them all the time on purpose.
They're putting them on snap mode. I mean, they're still just people.
Yep.
They're doing the best that they can. But
all night at their hotel.
Like the fact that people make them out to be these monsters that are going around with, some crazy ego about them, that they're just trying to like round up people and kick. It's insane. Like there are people there, they're doing a job. And then if you're going to have this psychological warfare against them 24 hours a day, like they're human beings. No one wants to go out there and shoot someone. Are you kidding me? That guy, whoever pulled the trigger, does not want this. Like does not want the story, does not want all of this news and everything coming at him. No one wanted to go out there and shoot anyone. It was like, I mean,
there are probably some people who want to, but like
highly doubtful.
But they don't want like
the tragic escalation is what happened.
And you face life in prison.
Of course. Yeah.
Like no one exactly. It's like, it's like, again, you have to hold them to the standard that this is not legal if you do this. You have to. Like there's no, so like, don't get me wrong. It is not a legal shoot what they did. And at the same time, that guy brought it on himself. Like you took the example I gave. Two things
can be true at the same
exactly.
time.
The example that I gave yesterday was I was talking about Haley and like Half Dome, where I'm like, listen, like whenever you do anything, you take risk. Like you accept the risk of what you're doing. And it's like I was saying, like our friend died hiking Half Dome. She did nothing wrong, dude. She got it was
Caught in
a
a lightning storm.
caught in a lightning storm, and it struck the thing that she was holding on
metal
to,
cables.
and so she couldn't hold on. She slid down. It's a horrifying story,
I just
but it's like,
goosebumps.
yeah. So I'm not like blaming her. It's just like when you hike,
risk.
it's inherent risk. And if you are doing what that guy's doing, you're not only taking on inherent risk, you are making sure that your risk is as absolutely high as it possibly can be. And then so when this goes bad, dude, like I don't have any sympathy for you. Like none. I'm all out of sympathy for that guy. If he, you know what I mean? It's like,
It's true.
what's more important for society is that all of us agree on the rules that we're going to govern by, and then we hold to them. That's why anyone who's on the right and is defending the second shoot, or I mean, like, when he was shot, I think that they're mistaken. And in most cases, when I've looked, they've been people who have no experience with violence. Like, it's like the people who are like conservatives, but you look at them and you're like, what do you do with your free time? They're all, I read books and talk. And it's like, or, hey, well, like, how many fist fights have you been in? They're like, fist fights? Two.
Fight.
Yeah, two. You're all, when? 0.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, it's the people who don't really understand what they're looking at. It's like, and bottom line is, I don't want to be the guy who gets shot by federal agents because they're allowed to shoot me because I'm carrying a fucking gun, man.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm definitely never going to do that shit. I'll have a fucking cop act like that to me, and I'll just apologize, dude. Even when I did nothing wrong. Inherent risk assessment. Important to survival. That guy wanted to put me in a fucking desert hole.
All right, I have to go get our children.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.